I'm making it up as I go along, but it's mine. Howdy doody folks, hope you're doing well. It's Barry here, welcome to my temporary kitchen. Today we are making some epic homemade marshmallow ice cream sandwiches. Oh, it is one of the hottest days of the year today, so I was craving making ice cream. It's a really early start, 8 AM, but no, we're gonna rewind to 7 AM, an hour ago. Yes, at this stage, Mrs. Barry and Phoebe were still waking up. Chloe was at the breakfast table. The dogs were having their breakfast. We're starting to make the ice cream base. Get some double cream, aka heavy cream, and pour it into a mixing bowl. Grab your electric whisk and whip away. Just keep whipping it and whipping it and whipping it until you get a nice, like really thickened texture on there. Don't just get soft peaks, get real heavy tin peaks. Then grab one of the greatest inventions in the world, a tin of sweetened condensed milk, dunk that in with the heavy cream, and then again electric whisk that through until it's smooth, mixed together and fully combined. Ooh. As we're making marshmallow ice cream, we are adding some marshmallow fluff. This is just a tub that I've taken the lid off already and removed the foil seal. You're doing it. We all do it now. So what I find is by taking that foil off, you can bung it in a microwave for 30 seconds and that just helps to loosen it up a little bit and make it much easier to get it out of the tub. With your mixture lovely and combined, have a little taste. It is phenomenal. Pour it into your baking tray, and if you want, you can actually pour it into cupcake trays with a little bit of cling film there so it's already portioned for you later on. I wish I did that. And then shove it in the freezer. So that has already been in there for an hour and I've just checked it and it's actually already semi-set already, which is perfect because it's gonna have a good few hours in here by the time we do the next step. Because the next step is the biscuit dough that's gonna wedge together our ice cream sandwich. And by the way, the easiest ice cream hack in the world, get yourself 2 cookies. I've done it on the channel before that you buy from the shop. A tub of Ken and Jenny's, any ice cream you like, and just cut a band through the tub, unpeel the wrapper, shove them together, boom, so good. The biscuit dough we're making, I was gonna try and go for like a s'more vibe by making homemade graham crackers, but I don't have any wheat flour here. Other than that, I can pretty much replicate it with cinnamon and flavorings and things like that, but it doesn't really matter. The most important thing is because again, it's a hot day, this dough, a bit like what I've made, I'm doing a lot of hands today. This dough is sticky, so once you make it, it does need to go in the fridge as well for an hour. So we're gonna do that, then we're gonna walk the dogs, and then hopefully we'll bake them and have ice cream sandwiches. All right, so we'll get this super reflective bowl and all the dry ingredients going in first. So this is plain flour, light brown sugar to help give it a little bit of raise later on, some bicarbonate of soda, and the cinnamon. Oh yeah. All right, so those dry ingredients need to be rubbed fat into with butter like we've done before. And as you know, that's one of my top things that I just hate doing, the whole rubby hands thing. But luckily, there's a gadget for that. Yes, and you saw it on a recent video, it is the pastry blender. I called it a pastry cutter and everyone hated that. I'm sorry. You know what it does. It does cut butter, but the blender, it's a thing. Sorry. I'm gonna actually just like make it cut it itself because it's a pastry cutter. I don't care what it's called. And you can do this in a food processor. Why the heck aren't I doing that? So just keep going until it's all gone and it's all in there, okay? All right, I'm fairly happy with that, folks. I mean, it's not perfect, but nothing is it really? If you want to talk about life, nothing's perfect. We are gonna add some wet ingredients in here then, some milk, some vanilla extract, so 2 drops of that. Honey. And this is obviously what's gonna make it quite sticky. So do have some extra milk to one side because you might need a little bit more, but you really wanna take it to the point where it's more dough-like than like too wet. Because you trust me, you don't want to make this any more wetter than it's going to be. But just bring it together so it starts to form clumps at first. Give it a chance, see? That's starting to really thicken up there. And it will sort of glue it and bond together and create bigger lumps. And that's really what we're after. Okay, there we go. I did add an extra tablespoon of milk in there. And just by doing that, only add a trickle at a time. It's really helped it form and bond together. You can see it's fairly sticky to the touch in appearance. We've got a bit of sun coming in. Look at that. Look at that, the sun in England, unbelievable. But that is perfect. It's a little tricky to do anything with, which is why we fridge it for an hour. All right, so just shoving that in there. Thank you, fridge, for shutting there. The fats, the butter will sort of firm up a little bit and make that whole mixture stronger. If you've ever seen my homemade custard cream video, for example, you know that fridging it like that is critical to help hold the shape and any designs that you stamp into it. We're not doing that today. I just need to smack myself in the nose, but it's very important. And I never used to do it, and the biscuit just goes bleh. All right then, so we're gonna walk the pugs. We've got the biscuit dough in the fridge. We've got the ice cream base freezing away there. It's all good. We're nice and prepared. Before we walk the dogs, here's an extension update. This week we worked on the floor, so we put a damp-proof membrane down. We put some insulation, which you can see just in the corner there. Then we put some chipboard on, which is grooved with underfloor heating, and then these metal plates that sit in it. And then right over here, just in the distance, you can probably see a couple of the boards that are going down there. That will be the flooring done until the finish. And at the moment, we have got temporary plumbing. Can you see that cable running all the way there, up high level out the way? That is because we still need a sink here, right? Because if we got rid of that piping, we couldn't use any water, and that pipe there is going out. That is our temporary sink waste thing. We got stains on from the plaster. It's all good. Kitchen's arriving on Monday. My prediction is in 3 weeks' time, we'll actually be filming out there. So that's very exciting indeed. So about another 5-6 videos more after this one. And if that's not happened, then life is good. Feels really weird to be walking the dogs and the family whilst in the middle of doing a video, right?
Yeah.
Okie doke, we're back from the beach. The dogs are suitably chilled. Nice. Speaking of chilled, this thing is like a slab now. That is rock hard, and it feels weighty, it feels firmer. You need to keep this chilled even for this stage. So I've got a floured board there, and you are going to need more flour to hand anyway. But this is quite a lot because we do roll it quite thin. It only bakes in about 10 to 12 minutes. I'm going to just use half of that for now. We'll put that there. And it's getting sticky already. Oh my gosh. I'm going to put that back in the fridge. So get this nice and coated in flour. In fact, I'm going to put even more on that because that will again help it to getting so sticky. It might feel like you're like doing the Olympics or something, but literally flour everything. Even your pugs. And then we'll just cut some circles out like this. Nice. And of course, absolutely mandatory to use a Barry Lewis non-stick slip baking mat. Alright, cool. So I've got 6 on there, so that's 3 ice cream sandwiches ready to go. If you really want to, and I am going to do this, I'm going to put it in the fridge for about 10 more minutes just to get it firmed up in its new shape. But as you see, we can roll that up, and that's only half the dough. We can make loads out of this. Yeah, so it doesn't need to be in there for much longer, but I think we should do that and now preheat the oven to kind of force you to wait, all right? So 350F, 180C, and it's gonna bake, as I say, in about 10 to 12 minutes. That is all. Let's wait. Again. In they go, about 10 to 12 minutes. It's important with them being wedged with ice cream that they're super cool. So as they're thin, they should chill pretty quickly, but we've got a wire rack ready for that. And it would be quite nice of just having the ice cream with the biscuit wedged together. But then I remembered I'm a chocoholic. So we're gonna stick 1/2 dunked in melted chocolate. With it being cool, it should firm it quite well and hold it together. And then maybe roll it in chocolate chips. I'm making it up as I go along, but it's mine. All right, so just about to hit 10 minutes, and it's normally around 10 to 12. This oven is a bit deceptive. I'm stuck with a tray that's lopsided, so some of them have sort of gone to one side, but they are looking good. And of course, they will cool down and firm up. That's the most important thing. They will be delicate if you touch them right now, but you've just got this little firmness on the top. Perfect. So they've had 5 minutes on the tray, first of all, just not touched at all, and they've got a bit of strength in, and I've carefully lowered them there to fully cool down. I don't often talk about this, but sometimes when I make cookies and biscuits, the last couple of minutes when it's cooling down, I turn it upside down just to see if there's any moisture. It doesn't always happen, but when it's close to a surface, it can sometimes be revealed when you turn it over. You're like, ooh, it's a little bit wet. So you don't have to do that. And also, if you're worried that they're too weak, I mean, they are quite strong now, but there's still that softness in there. But if you want to make them stronger, you could get some melted chocolate and just sort of brush it on there. That would be very nice. You should do that. One thing I was going to show you was if you do with them being chilled, this is the benefit of them, like I say. I just run a fork and sort of pierced it in there. It does hold its shape quite cool, so you can have some fun with designs and stuff. Oh, the other thing with the cookie cutter, this is the one that we used originally to stamp it. As it's baked, it's expanded slightly. If we went the next size cookie cutter up, it would be fine and flush. But what I quite like the idea of using this one on the ice cream, so there's a a slight recess in the sandwich anyway. I quite like a wall of ice cream. Ah, it's cold. Ice cream is out. It feels cold enough. It's been in there 3 hours. Oh, that's solid enough. That'll do. So 100% line your tin with cling film. You could just lift it out right now. That's what I would be doing. But as I can't, what I'm going to do is just warm the edge of a cookie cutter and hopefully don't pick up the wrong end. Just to give me something, whoa, that's still hot, that is hot, that's hot, to try and get through this ice cream. Oh, that's worked, that's going in. Right down, twist it round, and hopefully we should be able to pull out roughly, come on. You see that? Nice. And then we'll get another cookie. And there we have it on there, like, look at that. And if you want, you could let it go to room temperature a little bit and just push it down to expand out the sides. But I'm gonna garnish it. So this is the first one. I've got some chocolate chips. You could just roll it in like that if you wanted. But I just wanted to do just a little front face inside like that, not all of it. And what I'm gonna do is, for the time being, repeat that step. So whilst I'm doing the other ones, I'm gonna wrap this in cling film, put it in the freezer. And this is one of the spare ones I had just to show you the design thing. Look, if it's room temperature and you just push down a little bit, see, you can get it further to the sides and really wedge it out like a whoopie pie. Please line it. I've got loads of this left. I realise I haven't actually tasted it yet. Oh, that is phenomenal. Oh my gosh. Really like sort of clotted creamy kind of vibe, but with the marshmallow running through it. That's amazing on its own. They're gonna be stonking. What I'm gonna do is take the melted chocolate here and dunk it to half cover the sandwich. Oh my gosh. What a cool sight. That's amazing. And it does need to go back in the freezer just to set that. This is the problem with this kitchen setup. I'm squishing myself literally against the table like that. All I'm going to do is stand it up. Literally stand it like that. Just got to do that with others. Right, I've been taking them out for a few photos and they've melted quite quickly, to be honest. So just help yourselves.
Help ourselves?
Yeah.
You want one?
Let's have a go. You're going to have a go?
I've tried ice cream and it's nice.
You going for it already, are you? Yeah? I'll have this one.
Okay.
Oh wow, that one's... I think that might be the one I took a photo of. Look how much it's melted. Look at that. It's got a tail on it. Alright.
Hang on, I'll take the cling film off this one.
No.
This is heaven.
Oh my gosh.
This is real heaven.
Oh wow. Your biscuit's still crunchy too.
Mmm.
Not gone soggy.
Marshmallow ice cream is phenomenal. That's so good.
You should sell it in the shops.
I think this is just going to end the video like this, just like, alright.
Can't stop eating it.
Can't stop eating it. Brilliant. Well, I've put mine down so I can turn the camera off. Absolutely stonking, and you can mix that up and change it and get creative with it loads of different ways. This is our lunch, but it's a sandwich, so it's allowed.
Yeah.
See you next time. Bye.
Check your level, player. No matter what your style, the kitchen's for me. Simon's moustache, goatee, maybe all three.
Oh, and those of you that were wondering about the red oil I was using in the hummingbird cake video, it's because we had this red palm oil, red palm and rapeseed oil, so it's really good stuff. Just happen to have it, that's all. But you can use vegetable oil, and that's an amazing cake. Best served chilled. The next day, sensational. All gone.